Welcome to Purpose by Design with Dr. Pamela Henkel, a platform for people to share their stories, a place where change and healing can begin. Dr. Pamela stands on the fact that we are here on purpose, with a purpose by design, and not by default. Welcome back for part 3 with Dr. Pamela and Dr. Nichol as they talk about the Purpose Award winners highlighted in the Design with Purpose June 2024 edition. Mr. Sam Humphrey.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Sam, the little guy. You know, he might be little in stature, but he's not a little guy. No. He is big on the inside, big in faith, big in community support, and big in being, having a heart of purpose. Yes. So again, these Purpose Awards titles were not anything that I made up. God did it. And yes. God chose these gentlemen and these ladies. We didn't. I didn't. He did. And so, Sam, God sees you as a man with a heart of purpose.
Yes.
And what is your heart of purpose? You want to be, the bridge bearer to bridge people together, so people see each other through the eyes that we're supposed to see each other through, and that's through God's eyes, not our own, and to bring and highlight others that aren't seen the way that they should be, or maybe are forgotten. Sam Humphrey, if you're not sure who he is, if you saw the movie The Greatest Show, is it Show or Greatest Showman? Greatest Show,
Showman.
Right? Showman.
The Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman. He was in that movie and played Tom. Yeah. And so, when I was introduced to Sam through another gentleman who's a man of God, who said, I think that, you could help, we just ended up connecting. And I feel like, Sam, I feel like you're my, this is the magazine with Sam on it. Sam, you're not just a client. I feel like you're like my spiritual son, sort of, and good friend. And you really understand the power of awareness, being aware of your surroundings and what you're doing and how you're living, but using that awareness to bring and point to other people that might not be being seen, whether it is the little guys and gals out there, or it is anyone that is being overlooked. And I just appreciate your heart, because you're always purposing through your nonprofit to make sure others are seen and heard. We love you so much, Sam. You're a blessing.
Yes, and he's always doing motivational posts and stuff on Instagram, and I follow him on Insta and on TikTok, of course. And it's so fun to just interact with him. We've done a couple interviews with him, but I've been able to text with him occasionally, and he is just such, hi, Mary, I love you. He's just a sweetheart, and he's just a big heart and a little guy. He's just a sweetie. I love him. And he's just amazing. And I'm privileged to know him.
Absolutely. Go get the magazine, y'all, because then you can read about each one of these individuals, and you can find their websites and information, and you can learn more about them and what they're doing and how they're impacting the world.
Yes. Miss Millie.
Oh my goodness. Miss Millie, Breakthrough Award. Hello.
Right.
I think that is actually her first name. I don't think her first name is Millie. I think her first name is Breakthrough.
There you go. I think that sounds like a great idea.
Millie, again, we're not telling your story. Your story is yours to tell.
Yes.
But if there's anybody that I have met over the last few years that has chosen to break through every time and then has,
yes,
it is you.
Yes.
It is you. You are a shining example of what happens when all bleep breaks loose in your life.
Yes.
And you cling to God. You cling to God, and you utilize having the right mindset. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he, right? That what we think about, we bring about. We think into results in our life, right? So you have demonstrated that you will not be defeated and that you will break through every time. Now, Millie is an author, she's a speaker, she's a mama, she's a teacher, she does so many things. She's a wife, but in all things that she does, even as a parent, because of different dynamics within her family, she's had to choose breakthrough and not break down and not break up. Okay. Like,
right.
And we all have to come to those places where we make those decisions in our personal life and our personal health. And I'm not saying her family would have broken up. I'm just using 3 different words.
Yeah, right.
To break through, not break down, and not break up. And
Right.
she definitely wears that badge beautifully. We love you so much, Millie. Thank you for being such a shining example of what to do to break through. You deserve it.
Yes, Millie, we love you. Well, this next person I have gotten to know a lot over the last year.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Dr. John Ugaloo. I've gotten really good at that last name.
You have. Go ahead. You start us out with him because you're working directly with him.
Yeah, I thanks to you pushing me to the forefront. I am the executive secretary to the president of Mainseed University.
Yes.
I get to work with Dr. John Ugaloo every week and a couple times a week. Him and I are in close communication all the time. But just watching him strive through this last year and a half, really, building Mainseed, and we're getting ready to open, our fall semester and getting the school going. And there's no stopping him. He's breaking through all kinds of stuff, and he's always got new ideas for the school. He just told me yesterday that they're going to start a golf club and start teaching people how to golf so they can eventually be part of the PGA. And I'm right. And I'm like, okay. But he's just learning how to make the school better. And what else can we do? What else can we add? What else can we, things to add to the school to make it more relevant? And I love that. And I mean, he's trying to make the school more active in Georgia. And it is an online school right now, but he's thinking of ways to make it present in Georgia. He's created a nonprofit that is going to have a building in Georgia, much like the YMCA, and have it be a teaching center. But there was a point, almost 2 years ago where he could have just said, okay, enough of the college thing. I'm done.
Yeah.
The man is successful enough. He doesn't need to do the college.
Right.
He has books, he has speaking, he has all that without the college, but God purposed him to do the college.
Yeah.
And he wasn't letting circumstances stop that. So he recreated and broke through and went a different direction. And now he is just spearheaded Mainseed and has these goals, and he has a growth chart that he's come up with, and he's always sending me something new. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it didn't help being sick because I was like, my brain cannot do all this right now, but I'm catching up. Thank you, Jesus. But his heart is this big.
Yeah.
And so are his dreams.
Absolutely.
And which is awesome. And he's very type A. He is the dreamer. He is the visionary. And I've learned, thank goodness I've had you to be, I've been a part of everything you've been doing these last however many years, because I've learned how to work with visionaries.
Right.
And learned how to go, okay, I see the vision, but we got to start back here
Yeah.
to get to there. And so it's been so great working with him and watching it grow and just being at that first commencement ceremony, getting my doctorate, but being part of the ceremony itself, and having the opportunity to sing. And I made him cry, which was awesome. I love his heart. I mean, he's just, his heart is huge.
Yes.
And I know he's an amazing man of God. He does nothing without prayer. We don't start a meeting. We don't end a meeting without prayer. And
Right.
that shows you the type of man that he is. And I am so grateful to be part of Mean Seed and to watch it grow. And I know you've known him even longer than I have. And I can't say, there's just so many words.
Dr. John, Doc.
Yeah.
Doc to me.
Yeah.
You're amazing. You are true blue. You are absolutely who you say you are.
Mm-hmm.
And the word breakthrough is in every core of you, every part of you, because you don't let things stop you from getting the work of God done. And the word that keeps coming up in my spirit for you is resilient.
Yes.
Resilient.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, there are going to be even greater things for the university, and for you personally, that are going to just continue one after another to come into fruition, to manifest. Because if you don't quit, you win, right?
Yes.
And so I am so honored to know you and to run alongside with you. I am helping with the marketing of the university, and especially in the area right now of the, all of our wonderful doctorate candidates. Woo-hoo-hoo! We are growing and getting more all the time. And that's because of your leadership. And the one thing about Doc and his leadership is he empowers others. And he doesn't empower them by holding on to them like this.
Mm-mm.
It's like, he doesn't be like, okay, go do it, but wait, but do it like he empowers you. And if you fall on your face, you get back up, and when you get up and you do it and you excel, he's applauding. And if you fall on your face, he's saying, get back up. And he empowers people to lead. And that's the best type of leadership that there can be, is somebody that doesn't say, I'm going to let you go, but wait. I'm going to let you go, but wait. You really empower people in leadership to do what they do best. And I'm just so grateful for you, Doc. You've always been there for me, for my family. And just from the moment I met you, we clicked. And deepest respect and honor, sir. Love you so much. You and your family. Blessings.
We have 2 more left, and they're both in the same category, and they are both very close to our hearts. Pastor Mike.
Christian in Action, the CIA Award. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, Pastor. Really, Doctor.
Yeah.
Mike Highlands. Wow. I call him Papa.
Yeah.
My kids call you Grandpapa or Grandpa.
Yeah.
Wow. Pastor Mike, is there anything you're not good at? Seriously. Whether it is you want to talk to him about vitamins, or you want to talk to him about psychology, or you want to talk about the word, or anything else, I pretty much think that you could come up with, like, what's in a cucumber? He can tell you.
Cucumber. But I'll tell you why it's a big certain size and why it's
He can tell you everything. And let me tell you just another thing about him. A couple months ago, I found out that his son really was into skateboarding when he was growing up, and that Pastor Mike knew how to make a ramp, a skateboarding ramp. And I said, do you want to help my son make a ramp? And he goes, yeah. And I said, do you think you still remember? And he goes, oh yeah. And I mean, honestly, Pastor Mike, I totally believed you, but I was like, okay, be ready in case there's something that he doesn't know or whatever. Not that I know how to do any of that, but I'm looking at videos. We go to Home Depot, and And we get absolutely everything we need, not because I knew anything, because he was so prepared. Now I have a skating ramp for skateboards, okay, in my backyard, and it's beautiful. And it's because Pastor Mike was like, yeah, I know how to build one of those. And then he didn't just come and like build it for my son. He taught him
Nice.
how to use the jigsaw. I didn't even know what that was. How to use all of these tools. And like he watched him to make sure that he could handle it, but
Right.
he empowered him to do it. So when I say, is there anything you don't know?
Yeah.
I mean that. Like, you know, he speaks German. He is fluent in, you know, all this stuff in the Bible. He's got all of these degrees behind him in the area of psychology and theology. And then on top of it, he understands health and fitness like it's nobody's business.
Right.
And he can make and build a skate ramp. Pastor Mike, you are amazing. And a Christian in action. Is there ever a time that we have, Nichol, you can speak to this like me. I can't imagine a time ever when I haven't contacted Pastor Mike and he hasn't had a word in due season, or that he's not busy about the Father's business. He's not just Pastor Mike, like just in title.
Yeah.
It's who he is. It's like God is love, Mike is pastor. You know, right? It's just always, always in season and out. You have taught me a lot about being a minister, Pastor Mike, because it is, you're ready in season and out for whatever you need to be ready for whoever. And I appreciate that in you. I respect you and love you so much. So blessings. Thank you.
Yes, Pastor Mike is a sweetheart. He's my mom's sweetheart. So I know more than I need to know about Pastor Mike. But I say to a fault, not for a bad reason, but you know, he is giving to a fault.
Yes.
You know, it's okay to say no, but he doesn't have no in his vocabulary. He's always somewhere, taking someone somewhere, taking this person. Hi, Zelasper, we love you. But yeah, no, he gives and gives and gives. And you know, he's not a spring chicken. But the stories the man can tell,
right?
I mean, somebody just needs to start recording every time he talks.
Right.
Because the books that we could write, because some of the stuff that he tells, it's like, wait, what? I mean, the stories that he tells is just some of the stuff that he says. It's like, you did what? And he has stories. Just his bio in the book that we just did is a story.
It's true. It
is craziness. And it's like, you did that in the accolades that he has had over his years. It's just amazing. But yeah, if you ever get in a room with Pastor Mike, please have time to talk, because he will talk your ear off.
He will talk.
And I love it.
And download on you. Yes. I forgot to say that he was a general in the faith.
Yes.
General in the faith, in my heart, in my life.
Yes.
But also in Stories of His Glory, he is one categorized in the general portion.
Yes.
So yeah, he's an international best-selling author.
Yes, he is.
And just a shining example of being in the CIA.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
All 24/7, absolutely. Our last one, we love this lady so much, Miss Alice. Alice F. You gotta tell everybody why she's Alice F.
So I have a daughter whose name is also Alice.
Right.
We had to figure out how we were going to decipher the two of them, because I'd say Alice and Alice F. Alice Forwa is very dear to my family and is around us a lot.
Yes.
And I would say Alice and they'd both, huh? You know, they'd both turn. Alice F. became, and now it's a habit. All of us. The Alice F, you know, and I'm sure sometimes people look at us.
My husband does too.
You know, but she's Alice F. It's like the F has become part of her first name.
Yep.
Alice F. And again, another CIA, another Christian in action.
Heart of gold.
Heart of gold. Everything she will always say, God's not done. God's not finished. She will continuously point you to God, continuously encourage you, and has been an encouragement to me through so many things, but is so faithful to the call of God upon her life. So she's not just telling you like God's always there, God's going to take care of you, I'm praying for you. She walks it out in front of you. Like she goes through the fire and is sitting there saying all the things to herself that she says to you.
Yes.
And because of that, you believe her.
Yeah, right.
She has walked the talk. She lives it out in front of you. But there's never been a time when I have called her and she's not been available. Like if she didn't answer the phone, she's calling me back. There's never been a time when she said she was going to show up and she didn't.
Right.
You know, she's true blue, heart of gold, operates in excellence in everything that she does. She's definitely a CIA. She's definitely a member of the CIA. And here that is Christian in action.
Yes.
It is just everywhere she goes, whether it is at the bus stop, whether it's at church, whether it's at the grocery store, whether it's in my home, wherever it is that she's at, God is there because Alice is his vessel. He's just amazing. We love you so much, Alice. Amazing.
Yes. Alice couldn't do anything halfway if she wanted to.
No.
You can, I know she's helped me when we moved, helped me clean, you know, after you move, you have to clean the house. But she's helped me that. She comes here and helps me now. She's just amazing.
Amazing.
When I was looking for somebody to help me here, I was looking through all these ads and stuff, and God's like, hello, you already know somebody. And I'm like, Alice. And although she can't often because she's so busy, she doesn't forget about me. She'll be like, are you going to be home? Yeah, I'll be home. Or if I can't, that's fine. But when she comes, it's amazing. And I just, like I said, she doesn't do anything halfway.
No.
She does always over and above.
Yeah.
And like you said, whenever you need it, she's there. She will figure out how to be there.
Always.
I love Alice.
Everybody needs an Alice F. Everybody.
Yes, they do. Absolutely. This has been so fun. Okay, y'all, go get your copy of the magazine. Yay. They're all in there. Let me find them. There they are.
Yes.
They're all in there. There's Rolo.
Rolo.
You have to see what we're not going to tell you who that is. You got to go get the magazine.
Right?
To see why there's a puppy in there. He's so cute.
Right? You're gonna have to go check that one out all on yourself. We're not going to tell you any more about that. And of course, about the Final Hour podcast and the information as to how to do that is in the book as well, or the magazine. Thank you, Nichol, for putting that together. You're amazing, and thank you, everyone, for hanging with us.
Yes,
our
pretty good job.
Nominees.
Yay!
Thank
so excited.
Oh.
Thank you all.
I'm just
love it.
There we go. Thank you. Blessings, everyone.
See you again soon.
Thank you for joining us for Purpose by Design with Dr. Pamela Henkel. You can learn more about Dr. Pamela and her world at purposewithpamela.com. See you next time on Purpose by Design.